Located in Rome, the Galleria Borghese is one of the world's most prestigious art galleries. Inside the elegant neoclassical building, there are 20 opulent rooms across 2 floors. The Galleria Borghese houses a large collection of the most treasured Italian Renaissance artworks from the 15th to 18th century. Paintings, sculptures, antiquities, including famous works by Bernini, Raphael, Caravaggio, Titian, Rubens, and Canova. The collection once belonged to the Borghese family, one of the most influential noble families in Rome, which also had a papal background and came to prominence in the 13th century. In the 17th century, the Italian Cardinal Scipione Borghese, a member of the Borghese family and an avid art collector, sponsored many Renaissance artists and personally purchased the works from them. The gallery is situated in a villa known as the Villa Borghese, which was also built for the Borghese family in the 17th century. The Abduction of Proserpina, also known as the Rape of Proserpina, is a marble sculpture created by the Italian artist Gian Lorenzo Bernini. The sculpture depicts a dramatic scene from Roman mythology, portraying the abduction of Proserpina by Pluto, the god of the underworld. Proserpina is the daughter of Zeus and Demeter, the Roman goddess of agriculture. One day, Proserpina is gathering flowers in the field. Pluto, a powerful and muscular man, erupts from the ground, grasping Proserpina with his powerful hands, pulling her down into the underworld with him. Pluto's face is grinning as he is abducting Proserpina. It is in contrast with the tears and despair on Proserpina's face and terror in her eyes as her young, beautiful, and delicate figure struggles and tries to escape. She appears truly repulsed by him. Her left hand is pushing his forehead away, but she calls her finger up as if she doesn't want to use her whole hand to touch him. Even her toes seem tense up as she tries to resist him. Pluto's fingers pressing into Proserpina's thigh is one of the most striking details of the sculpture that no one can miss, foretelling the young beautiful girl is about to be violated by a very lustful and a very masculine man. In the aftermath of the event, a deal was struck between Pluto and Demeter. Proserpina will spend half of a year with Pluto in underground, and the other half of a year with her mother Demeter on earth. The myth symbolizes the change of the seasons. When Proserpina is with Pluto, nature dies and winter begins. When she resides with Demeter, the earth is spring and the crops grow. The sculpture is renowned for its vivid depiction of its incredible details and realism, particularly in the depiction of the flesh, drapery, hair, and emotion. Bernini masterfully captured the intensity of the emotions, beauty, violence, and the dramatic movement of the figures. The sculpture is considered a masterpiece of Baroque art and showcases Bernini's exceptional skill. The sculpture was originally placed against the wall. Visitors could only see it from front. Later it was moved to the center of the room so that we can see it from all angles. Many visitors traveled from around the world to Rome and came to the Galleria Borghese to admire the abduction of Proserpina up close and appreciate its intricate details and the emotional intensity. It is one of the most famous and celebrated sculptures in Rome, contributing to Bernini's enduring legacy as one of the greatest sculptors of the Baroque age. Apollo and Daphne is a life-sized marble sculpture also created by Bernini between 1622 and 1625. It is regarded as one of the artistic marvels of the Baroque era and one of Bernini's masterpieces. The sculpture depicts a moment from ancient Greek mythology in which the nymph Daphne escapes Apollo's advances by transforming into a laurel tree. The sculpture is best appreciated from multiple angles, with a story like this. When Apollo meets Daphne, a nymph with extraordinary beauty, in the woods, he falls in love with her. Daphne, however, doesn't reciprocate his feelings, but only wants to dedicate herself to perpetual virginity, even though her father, the river god, Peneus, has warned her that her beauty would make it impossible to prevent would-be suitors. So she keeps running away from Apollo. After a lengthy pursuit, Apollo thinks he has finally caught up with her. In the climax of the story, Daphne is crying for help as he lays his hand on her hip, but her flesh is turning into the bark of a tree. The sculpture captured the dynamic and dramatic nature of the story. Apollo is shown reaching out with an intense expression on his face, while Daphne's body twists and transforms into a tree. The movement and emotion portrayed in the sculpture are characteristic of Bernini's Baroque style, which aim to evoke strong emotions and engage the viewer. The intricate details, such as the flowing drapery and the texture of the tree bark, are just astonishing. The sculpture showcases Bernini's skill in sculpting marble to convey a sense of movement and fluidity. The story of Apollo and Daphne has been a frequent subject in art throughout the history, but Bernini's interpretation is particularly renowned for its technical mastery and the dramatic impact. The sculpture is an iconic example of Baroque art and continues to captivate art lovers with its beauty and storytelling prowess. Pauline Bonaparte as Venus Victrix, also known as Venus Victorious, is a neoclassical portrait sculpture by the Italian sculptor Antonio Canova around 1805. Pauline Bonaparte, the younger sister of the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, is depicted as a semi-nude life-size figure reclining on a mattress, holding an apple in one hand, symbolizing her role as Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. The work was intended to celebrate Pauline's beauty and grace, while emphasizing her sensual and alluring qualities. Pauline Bonaparte, who had a reputation for being promiscuous, posed for the sculpture in the nude, which was considered scandalous at the time. Antonio Canova was a master sculptor known for his ability to capture lifelike details and emotions in marble. In this work, he portrayed Pauline as an idealized classical figure with flawless features and an air of divine elegance. Sacred and Profane Love was painted by the Italian Renaissance artist Titian around 1514. The painting is considered one of Titian's masterpieces. The painting depicts two female figures who appear to be modeled on the same person, sitting on a water trough. The woman on the left is fully and elegantly dressed, representing sacred or spiritual love. She seems to be contemplating or praying. The woman on the right, however, is nude. She is depicted as a sensual and alluring figure, representing profane love. The contrast between the two figures symbolizes the two facets of love, divine and spiritual love versus earthly and sensual love. Due to the high demand and the limited space, entry to the Galleria Borghese is regulated, and visitors are required to book a timed entry slot in advance. The number of visitors allowed inside the gallery at any given time is limited. This ensures the visitors can enjoy the artworks without overcrowding. Overall, the Galleria Borghese is a must-visit destination for art lovers and history enthusiasts visiting Rome. Its extraordinary collection and elegant setting make it a cultural gem in the heart of the city. Surrounding the Galleria Borghese is a 197-acre public park known as the Villa Borghese. It's one of the most famous and beautiful parks in Rome. The villa and its surrounding gardens have a rich history and are known for their stunning landscapes, art collections, and recreational activities. The park's origins can be traced back to the early 17th century, when Cardinal Scipione Borghese, the nephew of Pope Paul V, acquired the land and began transforming it into a beautiful garden. The Cardinal was an art collector and a patron of the arts, and he commissioned various renowned artists and architects to design and decorate the gardens. The Villa Borghese provides a serene and picturesque escape from the bustling city of Rome, offering a mix of cultural, recreational, and natural experiences. It is an excellent destination for art enthusiasts, nature lovers, and those seeking a peaceful retreat in the heart of the Eternal City.